Hi guys, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching me depending on your time zone. Right now, as we are speaking, there is a fight for two things between William Samoei Ruto and the ODM leader Raila Odinga. Number one, who has more youth on his side? And number two, who is in control of Nairobi politics? Now, part of this week, the ODM leader Raila Odinga was meeting with the youth from mtkenya region. Winnie Odinga got a chance to address the youth and he had a message for William Samoei Ruto. This is what she had to say. Now, on this Punchline today, we want to try and figure out to know who has more support from the youth in the entire country between Raila Odinga and William Samoei Ruto. And again, we want to check into who has more control in Nairobi politics, who has a constituency in Nairobi between William Samoei Ruto and the ODM leader Raila Odinga. But before we go deep into that, a quick reminder, you might be watching me and you have not yet subscribed. Please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we come out with a video like this one, you'll always get notified. Again, to all the tons of subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Let us give this video a thumbs up, and again, let us share this video out. Back to our discussion. Now, Ruto, to war youth on his side, he came out with a phrase he referred to as the Hustler Nation. A narrative that spread like a bushfire in the entire country, because this is a phrase that has associated with the youth who are trying to at least do something to earn a living. And later, Ruto went to an extent of giving out wheelbarrow and then mkokoteni to these youth. That's to make sure that he's trying to embrace them and pull them toward his side. So after wheelbarrow, Ruto aliambia vijana kazi ni kazi. Then, if we come to Raila Odinga, the question is, who gave Raila Odinga the name Baba? It is the same youth that Ruto is trying to embrace with the wheelbarrows who really gave Raila the name Baba. But again, another question is, why and who are these youth calling Raila Baba? Actually, these are the people with same age with the Winnie Odinga, and if not, then Raila Jr. and the other young guys. Simply these people, they see a father in Raila. So for that reason, they see Raila as a father figure to them. And therefore, if they trust Raila as a Baba, because that's how the narrative started. The people like Babu Owino, when they were still just a mere youth not yet elected into political leadership, they used to call Raila Baba. So that name spread like a bushfire again, and everyone now, including people who are at the age of our fathers, are still now calling Raila Baba. So it means many youths saw Raila as a father, a person that they can trust with their life. That's how the Baba name started spreading out. So in simple terms, the youth have hope in Raila Odinga. So Raila has had the youth, he has the youth, and even he will have the youth in future. Because even in some days to come, he will be a grandfather figure. And for that reason, still people trust in grandparents as leader to make peace in society and even in the family. So he will always have these people on his side simply because to some extent he is a credible leader in the country. Then if we come to Ruto, in my view, Ruto is in the business to pull youth toward his side. That's why he's trying every means to try and embrace the youth so that they can trust in his leadership and they can move towards him. They can show their support toward William Samoei Ruto. That's why you see, even he will go to an extent of using money to just make sure that he is trying to excite the youth toward his side. I'm yet to see someone like Raila Odinga using money or dishing out wheelbarrow or mkokoteni for the youth so that they can pull towards his side. That's the difference here. You see, someone who just gets support without anything apart from the credibility and how he has fight for the country. But in the other side, there is someone with the questionable credibilities, and to some extent, the only way he can have youth is through trying to embrace them by using the resources that he have in terms of money, then in terms of even giving promises that you cannot even trust, that can be delivered at the end of the day, just in case they get to the office. So to some extent, you'll find they are using even lies to make sure that they are winning the youth toward their side. So this is the difference between Raila Odinga and William Samoei Ruto gaining support from the youth in the country. Then number 2, let's come to what Winnie Odinga has talked about, ya kwamba sisi ni wenyeji wa Nairobi, hao wengine wakuje kutuuzia kuku. The control for Nairobi votes. Now, we all understand that William Samoei Ruto is coming from Sugoi, which is in Eldoret, Rift Valley region. Actually, this is where Kalenjin community call home. The question is, do we really have Kalenjin in Nairobi? If not in the Eldoret town, do we really have them in Nairobi so that William Samoei Ruto can have a constituency to start with? Because here we really want to start with what you have in the hands, then going forward. Because you know, a bird in hands is more than 2 in the bush. All along, Raila Odinga has never vied for a city, either in his village or hometown. Hajawahi simama kitu yote kule Luo Nyanza. Raila has been a member of parliament in Nairobi, where he has vied severally, kule Kibra. So that's where he starts from. For that reason, Raila has a bird in hands where he wants to start from. Number 2, there are a Luo community in Nairobi. So he also have this constituency with him in the hand. Then number 3, at least he enjoys some support from the Luo community, which is also large in the town. Again, to some extent, Kambas have no problem with Raila Odinga. So it tells you that Raila has a constituency in Nairobi to start with. But William Samoei Ruto is coming here without any constituency to start with, but again he wants to claim a stake in Nairobi politics. So we are in town here. 2022 is loading. Just 10 months to election. Raila home is in Kibera. William Samoei Ruto home is in Eldoret North constituency, where he has been a member of parliament. So he is a visitor in the town just the same way Winnie Odinga has put it. The only thing that William Samoei Ruto is depending on is the Kikuyu votes. That is the constituency where William Samoei Ruto is putting all his mind, all his focus, and everything to do with the Nairobi votes. So William Ruto definitely is starting from a disadvantaged position as we go forward to do with the Nairobi politics. The other challenge is that President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Samoei Ruto government, especially ile ya 2013, na hata saizi tu, has proved to Kenyans and all the youth understand that kama mtu wenye yuko kwa serikali, then you have nothing to gain from that government. That's the truth. So youth have been watching very careful, and they understand that now politics is local. For that reason, these people would want to associate with someone who definitely come from their locality, a person whom they can identify with easily. So for that reason, many people in Nairobi can easily identify themselves with Raila Odinga compared to William Samoei Ruto. For that reason, when everyone gets to ballot to vote, in as much many people will be here, hustler, kazi ni kazi. But ikifika kwa ballot, the tribal card will always play. It will always come in these people's mind that in as much this guy has dished out a number of things here, things there, money here, money there. The truth of the matter is that when it comes to forming government, contract, and anything to do with the government, he will first consider their community. And they have proven through the first government they formed with the President Uhuru Kenyatta. No youth were chosen from these other tribes, Wakwe ni Waluya, Wakalenjin, Wajaluo, sorry, Waluya, Wakikuyu, Wajaluo, Wakamba, and all those marginalized communities. So Ruto focused mainly with the Kalenjin. And you find even among those Kalenjin, hakuna vijana alikuwa naeka pale. So for that reason, people would always want to vote where their community might have a say or might gain something. So for that reason, in my own humble observation, I think Raila Odinga might have more youth on his side because they still call him Baba. That's how they identify with Raila. Ruto is trying to pull youth to his side with the issue to do with the hustler thing. If it will make, time will tell, but again, we don't trust because our politics is local and tribal. So that's the thing. Then number 2, Ruto is a visitor in Nairobi. Raila is a resident in Nairobi. Thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. Let's meet in the next video. Yesterday I was supposed to do a video, but nilienda hii chanjo ya flu. So I got so much sick and tired. But sasa nimeamuka na kitu. Let's meet in the comment section.